we send the using use selector, we bring the data from a store. Using use dispatch, we send the data to a store. Correct. Now look at here. Dispatch you cannot call directly. You have to create an object of dispatch. Now dispatch function is calling a function called add user. Now look at the add user. What you have written inside the add user. It is creating an array object inside. It's creating an object inside the first property is called type. It's holding called new. And second property is what? Name. It is taking the value from the text box. And after that, finally, it is returning with the data. So what is inside the data? Look at here. Once I move the mouse here, inside the data, it is showing no type as a string and name also as a any. Means it's not defined what is coming there. Finally, this function will return an object. This object will go to this function called dispatch function. Dispatch function will send from here directly to a store. Dispatch function will send from here directly to a store. Now it is going to send to the store. So in a store, which reducer is responsible to capture this data? In a store, there is a three reducer. One is called book reducer, user reducer, and API reducer. So under the store, which reducer will capture it? User reducer, definitely. Look at here. You have user reducer. Inside the user reducer, you have taken the state as a old value and action as a new value. Inside the action, it is coming as a action dot type. What you have written there? New user. And action dot name, what will come? The value from the text box. It will come and it will push inside the array. And finally, what it will return? It will return the array. So which function? User list function. Now look at here under the user page. User list function is calling here. Are you calling the user list function? After calling the user list function, where you store the data? All user. Look down. All user dot length you printed. Look down again. All user dot map we have written. So indirectly from the our Java React page, we are sending the data to where? A reducer. From a reducer, where it is going? It is going to a store. And this function, which function? User list function is fetching the data directly from the store. Okay. If you want to add one more function, delete, then action file is not required now. Here only we can add one more function called delete. And inside the delete, we will pass the index and we will ask the reducer to delete the particular element. Come here. Write one more function called const delete user equal to unique index. First we alert here. Alert the index. Written. Come down. This is the button. On click, delete user. Inside the delete user, oh, delete user you cannot call directly. You have to call the dispatch. Dispatch. Under the dispatch, we need to call here delete user. Under the delete user, you have to pass the index. The function way of calling is little difficult. Function calling part is little difficult. Try this. Button click, check now, alert is coming. Alert is coming. When you click on button, alert should come 0, 1, 2, 3. Save. Mine will come after we press. Let me add here some user. Alex, Ravi, Alex alert is coming. Ravi alert is also coming. Okay, so we are able to see the alert. Which ones? Now come up in this function. You have to write again a variable. Data equal to type delete comma index user index colon index. After that, return data. So return delete user. Inside, what is the type? Type is delete. And where is the value? Under the user index. So we have to go to the again reducer. In reducer, we have to write a function called, we have to write a condition. If type is delete, then capture the user index and remove the data. Look at here. Under the user reducer, write this one. If you write, then I'll move next. Okay. Then come to the user reducer. Write another condition here. If action dot type double equal to delete, then old state dot splice action dot user index
Well, there is no pop action like push.
Come again.
So pop action is not there like push.
Pop will delete the last element. Here you are not deleting the last element. No? Here you are deleting the specific element.
Okay.
User may delete first, user may delete second, user may delete third. So whichever the option user will delete, right? That should get deleted. For that, push pop will not help you. For that,
Okay.
splice will help. Splice. Which any name? Type you can type is just a property, it can be anything. Huh? See, this type can be anything, delete can be anything, user index can be anything. Okay, but it should be meaningful name. So we are writing, okay, user will do two action. One is called add, another one is called delete. So action is the best word, you know. Action dot type. What is the action type? It's called delete. Then delete. Action dot type is new user. Then add it. Okay, take now. Delete is happening. Refresh I need to do because my pop will be the wrong choice. Okay, how is it happen? C is added. If I add D, added, E added, F added, G also added. When I click delete, oh, all got deleted. Okay. State dot splice old state. See, without understanding how you write the question, pop what it will do? It will delete from where? Last. Are you deleting last element? No, user can delete anything. No? The pop how will be the final solution? Here is the problem. Comma index we are not given. Comma 1. Index comma 1 is required here. Give one that try. Now it will work. Check now. Comma 1 if you add 100% it should delete. Everything removing. A, B, C. See, I'll delete B. B gone, no? Where's all deleting C? Check now, check now. Splice. Send from their index properly.
Sir, without one also it was working properly.
Without one, it will delete all. Yep. Huh? We have some other problem. I will show you again from here. I will go to the user file. First, you complete this. Okay, write this proper way. Don't use push pop something. Now let's see this file. This one here. Share this function, delete user. Delete user. Sent in the chat. And from the user reducer also. If condition I will share in the chat. The first one you keep under the here. What you have written the function. First refresh your page once. Now after that add a user. Click on save button. Delete now. Second. Ignore that. Ignore that. Okay. Now come inside. Come to the next file. In the same user only. Here, this line we can write here in the last to clear the text box. Dot value equal to empty. It will clear the text box. In add user. Check now. Text box is getting clear. Now the same way we have to work for the next component. That is for book management. See, the benefit of redux is here. If you add a user here, B, C, D, E, F, G. We added this many users. After adding this many users, I will go to the other component. Other component. Just don't refresh your page. Go to other component and come back to this component. Your data will be there only. This will not happen in the normal React. Normal React, if you store the data in array, if you go to other component and come back, the data will erase. Data will be lost. But React Redux will store the data in the store up outside of the React. So when you are going and coming, your data will not be erased. That is the benefit. If anyone asks what is the feature of React Redux, we can say in the normal React, when we store the data in the component, it will get lost once you go to some other page and come back. But in Redux, it will not lost. Once you go to other component and come back, our data will be there only. Next, we have to write. Next, we have to write here another component. Go to the book reducer.js file. In book reducer.js file, you can add a similar like user reducer. How you have added here action.type. Similar way in book reducer also we can do. Before return, if action.type is new book, then old state.concat you have to use here. Concat action.book data. Action.book data. Now this book data we are going to send from there, from HTML page. Hope written this. Come to the again book.js file. In book.js file, you have to write a function. First, you have to import use dispatch and use selector. Select both from React Redux. Okay, hope ready. Redux. Come down below. Create a object of both same like this. Same like user.js. You can create an object of dispatch and use selector. Here book list will come. Instead of user list, you are going to call it a book list. Book list, and here will be all book. Okay, hope ready. All book list. Come down. Available book you have below. Display the length of that. All book dot length. All book dot length. What is the length? 0 or error? In book page error. Error is not there. It's saying 0. Call this use dispatch, use selector, use this 2 line. Book list here also write this 1 line. Print the length here. Error should not. Happening. 0 or more than 0? 0 only. So next we have to go here and we have to write here again a function const save book, or save you can write. The save book function is going to return something. It will be called as a variable data var data equal to type book reducer. What you have written? New book and book data. Type as a new book, comma book data colon square bracket return book data, return data, return data. Written save book. Now save book function will be, save book function is going to return the data. Save book function we have to call inside button click this way, on click equal to call the function inside dispatch. Under the dispatch you can call save book. Under the dispatch you will call the save book. Once you click on save book, the number below will increase, length will increase. If you click on save book, the number will increase below. Let us come to the browser, do the button click, length is not increasing, length is not increasing. Save book function we called here, yes we called here. Dispatch is okay, dispatch is fine. Okay, how it will give the length? All book we have written where? In beginning, okay, all book list is also fine. Book reducer, what we have? Book list. Okay, concat will not work here, push function will work. In reducer, book reducer, we have to use push function. In book reducer, you have to use push function. Book reducer, you can use the push function. After that, when you click on save book, empty array will keep adding. Check this number is increased or not. If number is increasing, then you are able to add the new element inside the array. So hope you added this. You call this in book reducer file. You can add one line here. Instead of concat, change to push. Instead of concat, add to push. Added. Length is increasing. Then we'll see again tomorrow. We will take this value, we'll save and list. Possible to set up one more project for Redux. The flow is tough. Okay, it is not tough. If you practice one or two example, it will be look easy only. Huh? Huh? You will have some problems. Ignore. I will share you this line. Use that. This will help you to increase the length. That is for the reducer file, and this is for the component file. For the component file. And here button click also you can call dispatch save book. It should work. It will give you the length of the books.